Welcome all back. Full time has just ended. It's obviously Liverpool have won again. Big win, the capital. In the matter of the last 3 days, obviously beating Arsenal there 2-0 and winning again today by a 2 goal deficit, beating Palace 3-1. Did make a bit of hard work out of it. I thought after a half an hour into the game, we're 2-0 up, we're cruising, unbelievable goal, a bullet header from Van Dijk, and then our second goal from Ox again just takes a brilliant leap in Robbo's assist. So that was 2 assists for Robbo within a half an hour, and we're cruising. But I was just hoping the game management would stay the same as it was, because we seen it a few times this season where we just drop off a little bit, and that happened today. I thought at the end of that first half, start of the second half, we dropped off. We did drop off. The standards just eased a bit. And I don't want to say that it wasn't because it was too easy or whatever, but just we dropped that bit of intensity. We just our decision making was a little bit, was a bit off. But look, fair play to Palace. Palace kept fighting. They worked really well. The great togetherness and unity all through the game. Didn't drop the heads. I think playing Palace in the past with Roy Hodgson there, they would have dropped the heads after being 2-0 down. So Vieira's done well there in getting the best out of the players. And look, overall today, I think it's a big win. That credit goes to Liverpool. 3 goals, scoring goals for fun this season. 3 points. There's not much more you can ask for, particularly at this stage of the season. With Man City at the dropping 2 points last night. Today wasn't about performances. It wasn't about looking to see who would play well or who didn't. Today was just all about get out there, get the 3 points. An international break now. We're back. We've Cardiff. We've a big Premier League game, and we take it from here. Marshall Ayub +3. We move. Yes, absolutely. Big 3 points, Marshall. Absolutely loving that. I know I predicted 3-2, and nearly I thought at one stage it would have happened, because when Palace came into it, we did drop off a bit, but that was huge. And it's 10 wins out of 10 as well in the league for Crystal Palace. It's 14 wins out of 16 for Jurgen Klopp since he's come into Liverpool over Crystal Palace, who have a fantastic record against them. I never thought it was going to be in doubt today. Second half, thought was poor, but 3 points all that matters. It does. This stage of the season, it's all about them 3 points. Get the win. It's not about playing well, or how many times we've seen Liverpool playing well before and players stepping up to the mark and not winning games. You know what I mean? We've drawn games or lost games. Remember last season, away at Everton, away at Brighton, I thought we'd done well, deserved to win the games, and didn't. So today is all about winning, and that was a huge win. We've no Elliott, no Thiago, no Keita, no Mane, no Salah. Big name players missing, out of the team. And to go there and win after getting a big win against Arsenal, it was huge. Man like Shawnee says, come on indeed, bro. That was huge. I know you would have been delighted with that win. I know you'll have a lot of talking points about it, but at the end of the day, a win's a win. I thought we were very, very dominant in the first half. I think for the first half an hour, as I said, we go 2 up, Van Dijk, Oxlade-Chamberlain. We were very dominant. And I think at half-time, Palace probably should have had a goal as well, to be fair. They had a couple of chances, they were a little bit wasteful on and unlucky on as well. But I think at half-time, it could have been 4-5. We could have been up and given Palace a goal, because I do think they deserved a goal, particularly at the end of that first half, where they were just unlucky in the chances. Big shout-out, Archie Doolan, bro. I hope all is well. All right, pal. Alisson was amazing. Me nerves are gone. Arsenal took a lot out of the boys. It did, yeah, Archie, it did. And as I said, you've no Elliott, you've no Thiago, you've no Keita. We'd no Ox on Thursday night. We'd no Mane, no Origi, no Salah today. It's going to take a lot out, because a lot of those players would have definitely not only been in the squad today and being probably 2 of them on the bench, but you're looking at 3 or 4 of those starting, you know what I mean, if they're available. So it was, and it has taken a lot of overs. It's great now that we've an international break. I think the break has just came at the right time. We can regroup, get a couple of the lads back, and then go against Cardiff and Leicester. And then I think we've Burnley then with 3 games in a week, and then Norwich, and then it's the cup final against Chelsea. We all can't wait for that one though, can we? But we just got to keep winning the league. City dropping points last night. If we win our games in hand, the deficit is reduced to 6 points. Still a lot to catch up on, particularly when you look at City's squad, the experience, the know-how, how good they are. It's not going to be easy. But for me, after today, I have to say the title race is back on. There's a small bit of hope, but there's hope, and that's all that we ask for, isn't it? But I hope all's well, Archie. I'm delighted we got the big win. My nerves are gone too, I have to say, because particularly when I think there's 20 minutes to go. We're winning 2-1. They're fighting. The atmosphere is up. They've all that intensity, and you can just see they've a bit of momentum. And we're, all of a sudden, some of our passing's a little bit off, and we're overthinking things, and it's just not as easy as it was for us in the first half. So it definitely gave us something to think about. But the penalty, I'll go to. I don't think it was a penalty. I'm going to be out straight. All the years I've played football and watched football, and those decisions in the context of play, when I looked at first, it wasn't a penalty. And Carragher in the commentary as well said the same on Sky. It wasn't a penalty for me. When you look back on it, it looks more of a penalty when you slow it down and you're looking at it in different angles. It does look a little bit more like a penalty, but it still wasn't a penalty for me. I think it was very harsh. And I think, look, Palace were robbed a little bit with that decision, but it wasn't a decisive moment in the game because we're 2-1 up and there's only a couple of minutes left. At that stage, we start kind of coming back into the game a little bit more attacking and trying to create something because we know we need that third goal. But look, fair play. Fabinho takes it. It's 4 goals and I think it's 2-3 weeks for him. That's unbelievable. You know what I mean? He gets the 2 against Shrewsbury, he gets 1 against Brentford, and then 1 today and scores a penalty. Brilliant. You love it. You love to see Fabinho. You know what I mean? He's an unbelievable holding defensive midfielder. Again, today I thought he was everywhere. He was very dominant. But when he gets goals and adds that to him, it just enhances his game, gives him more confidence and belief. And that's the momentum that you want from him in that position going towards the latter end stage of the season. Well, not the latter end of the season because I think we've still 15 or 16 league games to go. But we're getting to that second part of the season where you want the lads, you know what I mean, forward and available and having that confidence and belief. And goals like that will only give and enhance Fabinho more. Do you know what I mean? Marshall Ayo, hope Chelsea lose points today. Yeah, they always beat Spurs though, don't they? I think they're at home as well today, the Spurs, so they always do. So I'm expecting Chelsea to win. They're due a win, to be fair, as well, Chelsea, because since the start of December, they've dropped off a lot. They've had a lot of draws. They're set up not to lose games, Chelsea. But I think sometimes they forget they also have to win games because they haven't been good enough when it's coming to winning games this season. But, look, that they're going to be there about as well with us in this challenge for the league. But it would be great to see Chelsea drop points today, absolutely. You would almost say then it is a 2-horse race with City and Liverpool because Chelsea have dropped off so much. Today, look, all round, I'm pleased with it. End of the first half, and particularly for the first 20-25 minutes of the second half, Palace got a lifeline. They were back in it, and the spirit's raised, the performance is raised. They were better defensively, and today we had to manage it well. I didn't think our game management was brilliant, but obviously the third goal came at the crucial time. And yeah, it was a big win in the bright lights of the capital. Archie throws another comment there. Was good. Alisi was good. Palace beat Spurs. City there are they're a good side doing well. Vieira is doing well. Yeah, Vieira is doing great as a manager. We said before this, Archie, earlier, if you go back in the video with the lineup, Gerrard is doing great as a manager, and Vieira is as well. They're sitting comfortably in 13th spot. If they'd have won today, I think they would have been in the top 10. They have a couple of games as well in hand, Palace, so they're going to do well this season. They'll have a comfortable season, and Vieira, it's a good job from, you know what I mean? He's back in London there and he's doing bits with Palace, and you could see today they did a lot of fight, a lot of togetherness and unity in them when they were 2-0 down. And look, they came into the game, some people would have said Palace were very unlucky not to even getting something today. I disagree. You look at the shots today, we'd 15, we'd 7 on target, they'd 8 shots, I think they'd 5 on target, we'd a lot more possession. We were a lot more, we'd a lot more pass and more corners in the game. I know that doesn't mean nothing, but at the end of the day, we took our chances, they didn't, and I think we could have had a lot more goals in the first half. And a win's a win, and it's on now to an international break, and I'm looking forward to this break now. Good as well to see Oxlade-Chamberlain score today. I think he had a good performance. I think he came out at the right time. He just started looking a little bit legged, running out of ideas, and it was a good time to bring on Minamino. And obviously at the end, when Milner came on, actually, I was watching that and I was screaming for Milner's going to take this penalty and get a goal. But it turns out Fabinho takes it, and he could be on penalties now going forward for us when Salah isn't available, because he's taken one against Shrewsbury, scores it. Milner was on the pitch and doesn't take it. So I don't know whether it was just Milner left it to Fabinho to take and he would get one, or if Fabinho is now our second penalty taker to Salah. I'm not sure about that one. But all round, really pleased with today. It's a big win. We do have to give Liverpool credit. They hung on in the end and got, that third decisive goal. And also, we've scored a lot of goals this season. Fabinho, who's a goal machine, hasn't he of late up there with Jota. But look, it didn't have to be our best performance today. It doesn't have to be. It's all about getting that win. It's all about getting over the line and getting nothing other than 3 points, and we've done that today, and I'm really pleased with that. Isn't much more I can say about the game other than, I'm pleased. You need luck at times in football, and today we did get a bit of luck, and we take the luck. We've been unlucky this season when it's come to, again, some of the COVID cases, some of the injuries as well, we've been obviously unlucky with. But we've only lost 2 games, lads, all season. 2 games going into February now. That's unbelievable. 2 games in all competition. We've obviously won every game so far in the League Cup that we're in the final. The FA Cup, we're into the 4th round. We won the 3rd round last week, or the week before, against Shrewsbury. We've won every game in the group stage of the Champions League, the first Premier League team as well to do that, by the way, which is unbelievable. And we've won, so many, I can't remember how many league games we've won now, but I know we've had a lot of draws, but we've only lost 2 games all season, lads. That's brilliant. Any of us at the start of the season before the ball was kicked would have taken where we are now. We would have taken our hand off. When we brought in Kanate and we were linked with a lot of other players and no one's coming in and a few players have left. I know a lot of Liverpool fans then thought this club is in a bad place. We need to be capitalised. We need to go on now, and the only way to succeed is and to be successful is the transfer market, building onto the team. And I said back then that we were 2 players short to compete on all fronts this season. I thought we need another midfielder and we need another forward. But the emergence of Harvey Elliott surprised me, that he comes in and not contributes in the way that he did, because I knew he'd always unbelievable potential, but that he comes in and is playing more regularly than what he did. So that was, like, in a way, it's nearly like a new signing. And we've been lucky, I suppose, with the lads always staying fit. We knew with the lads going to the AFCON with Mane and Salah, that was going to be, it was going to be a big month for us in January. But so far it's been good, lads. Fingers crossed. We've done well without them. The next game we play, all the lads will be back. Hopefully Harvey Elliott as well is back in the squad. But we know Naby, Mane and Mo will be back, which is going to be huge, and it's great for those to come back at this stage of the season when we need them most. And we've done okay since they've been gone. We concede that we do miss them, but we've managed to do well, and we've won the 2 league games that they weren't going to be around for. We've scored 6 goals and only conceded 1. Happy days. I'm happy. I hope you are, lads, as well. The Reds go marching on, and the Premier League title race is back on. Remember to like this video, comment on it, and obviously share it as well to all social media platforms. I'll be back on Tuesday evening with George Septon, who's the voice of Anfield. We'll be talking about the season so far. We'll be talking about what's ahead and where George is at now in his life. Obviously, he has a book out as well. You all should go and check out. It's called The Voice of Anfield, and he's doing that over 50 years. An absolute Liverpool legend as well. But have a good weekend. It's Sunday fun day, and the Reds keep going on. Have a good one, folks, and take care.